Alright. Alright. What up, YouTube fam? What up? Welcome back. Welcome back to another live stream. Let me see where everyone is. Where is everyone today? Where's everyone? We've got 7 people in so far. Where is everyone? Everyone's sleeping on the London session today. Good to have you guys back on stream. We will start in a second. I'm just going to get everything set up here, see what we got ahead for the day. Why is that gone so small? Why is it doing that? Let me just fix this up here. Now let me see, is this, there you go. I don't know why that went so small, that was weird. But yeah, let's see what we got going on today. Wait a couple more minutes, let a few more people join in. Share the love, guys, share the link, drop the likes, get that YouTube algorithm popping. But yeah, we got a big day today for the US dollar. We got some PMI later on. It says 12 AM, but that's basically today. Brisbane time, so in London time, you'll have that that PMI news for the US dollar. About half an hour after the open? So pretty big day today for the US dollar, which is good. Could get some good volume later on. So in $99 very good, you will complete course in 1 month. I have no idea what you mean, man. If you're asking, can you complete the course in 1 month? If you are the one who sent me the email, I said, yeah, sure, you could complete it in 1 month. But if your goal is to rush the course and complete it in 1 month and expect to become a full-time trader, unfortunately, it's unrealistic, man. It's not going to happen. You have full access to the content, absolutely. But I'm not going to sell you on a dream that you're going to become a full-time trader in 1 month. Absolutely not. Jay, afternoon, what's going on, man? What up? Right, let me just let the YouTube's not receiving. Oh man, give me two seconds, guys. Yo, what's up? Aaron, caught a nice gold buy from Asia. Good man. Yeah, I saw gold had a nice push actually. I was watching it as well, and it ended up, yeah, it's pushed over like 30 ticks to highs, which is, yeah, it's a great push, man. So it's a really, really good trade. There was a really nice inverse head and shoulders on gold. And from that inverse head and shoulders, which I'll show you guys, yeah, we pushed up like 30 ticks, which is very nice. I mean, it took quite a while to get there. It did take a while, but it did push up pretty nicely. So yeah, good catch, man. We'll break it down in a second. Let me just let zoom guys in. Let me share my screen. Alright, I think everyone's in. Make sure I'm on the right mic. Yeah, cool. Alright, everyone seems to be in. Alright, let me get this out of the way. Alright, what up Zoom guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. Alright. Antonio, what up, man? What up? Alright, let me share my screen. YouTube fam, drop a like for the stream. As soon as we get 10 likes, we'll start sharing screen, start breaking down the charts. Gold is having, gold's having a nice little retracement here from that Asian session. A nice little push up. Had this nice little left shoulder. Head broke above, retest right shoulder. Nice little push up if anyone played that little scalp. Very nice little scalp push up. A very nice push. Yeah, I was waiting for New York Anglo to be taken, then wait for a good buy. Yeah, good man. Yeah, it's actually a really nice push. A really nice push in a very small little range actually, which is good. Get the nice little scalps in there. I didn't trade Asia at all yet, today, but I was watching it briefly in the background whilst doing some other stuff. But yeah, it was actually a really nice push. What time is it? All right, we'll wait a couple more minutes. I'll wait 5 more minutes. Let a few more people join in. Still got people joining Zoom as well. GJ had a huge sell-off. Yeah, I saw that. Let's have a look. I saw it had a big push down, and then a complete retracement. Oh, is it this? Yeah, this. So it grabbed them highs, completely pushed down like, what was that? Like 100 pips, and then yeah, straight back up another 150. Now pushing back down. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty similar to gold in the US session actually. Yeah, gold was. I was watching gold in the New York session yesterday, seeing if we were going to get a retracement back to the highs, and 30 ripped up. Retest this level, then just completely broke back lower, and after that, I was like, yeah, I'm not even going to watch it. And that was even before the open. New York Open yesterday, we actually just ranged on gold. So we'll see if we can. I got 8 of those setup pips. 8 pips is 8 pips, man. It's a very nice push down. I think we talked about this level in the Asian session as well. We spoke about this level up here as a resistance that if you do get buys, play up into that resistance, and you also sell it off there. Had a very nice push down. A very, very nice push. I'll wait just a few more minutes here. We still got people joining the Zoom, so I don't want to get started and then we have to bring it down again. So I'll just wait a couple minutes. We'll wait until 4 PM, so in 3 minutes, and we'll start breaking everything down. Once we take out the other high and valid for long scalps, discipline to train plans to be much no rip. Yeah, good man. You'll see. Wait for it to grab some highs, and then yeah, amazing. But this is the little head and shoulders I was looking at the Asian session. So you had this support here, broke below, retested, tried to push lower, but as soon as you break back above this level, you get involved in the retest. Little head and shoulders. And this little scalp push up here is like what hit highs of like almost 30 ticks, which is pretty simple trade. You catch that move up, that's literally you done for the day. You even catch just from here to here, take 20, 10 contracts, that's you done for the day. And as one of them 2-3 times a week, you're making great returns. There's a very, very, very nice push up. 5 minute was pretty choppy. It's kind of what we've been seeing happen a lot recently. 5 minutes been looking very choppy, but then the 30 and 15 have actually looking pretty clean. So I'm going to be taking the 5 minute with a pinch of salt today, not focusing on it too much. I'll still execute off the 5, but I'm not going to be managing off the 5 because it costed us yesterday. Well, to be honest, yesterday we should have. I should have taken this short. I'm not too sure why we didn't. I think we were talking that it was the last 5 minute of the hourly, but we were looking at this short from here. And we should have actually just taken it, shorting into the hourly low, because this thing just pushed beautifully. Probably got taken out of your position around like 23 ticks, hit lows of like what, almost 50, 60, which is solid for the London session. So we'll see if we get some good volume like that in London again today. See if we get some plays. What time is it? All right, we'll wait 30 more seconds, and then we're gonna start breaking everything down. YouTube fam, drop a little like for the stream. Get that YouTube algo popping. Let's see what we got. So news-wise today, we have some US dollar news later on. You got PMI, but that's not until half an hour after New York Open. So I'm probably going to bring quite a lot of volume to the markets later on. But in terms of the London session, we're looking pretty clean. So let's do it. Let's start breaking everything down here. Let me just get this over here. Let me show my screen. Yeah, it's literally happened after you finished the stream. Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. Literally right after it as well. It was absolutely crazy. Let me just make sure. Let me take this fan on. It's hot in here. Alright, you got the fan on. Right, let's do a bit of top down and see how yesterday closed. See how that weekly's starting to form. So yesterday actually closed very bearish on gold. And you've now actually reclosed back below this support. So unless you close back above it and confirm it as a fake out, at any retest you want to be short in this resistance. The daily's closed pretty bearish, so I kind of want to be following that back down. We've already grabbed yesterday's low. But with yesterday's close, yeah, it's been pretty strong, and this is the entire move that we talked about on the Sunday live stream, breaking down the markets, talking about this entire pushback down to come back down and retest these levels. So if you caught that trade from the free analysis, very good trade. It was like almost 200 tick move. Let's have a look at the 4 hour quick, see how kind of we've played out. So we pushed down Asia kind of pushed down a little bit more, pushed a little bit back up, rebroken back above this level. Kind of a little fake out there. We have. When's this? This isn't going to close until, yeah, you still got quite a while. That's going to close. Let's go down to the hourly. Hourly's trying to trace. Hey, how's it going, man? Good man. Hourly's trying to retrace some of this move. I still think on the hourly, you may see it dip back down into this level, create its head and shoulders again before a potential either push higher, or just, you know, break this level and just keep pushing lower. So potential shorts into that level could be pretty nice. So we'll see if we can get that. But hourly has just closed pretty bullish right now, so I think you're going to see another little spike up higher, and potentially come up and re-grab that previous hourly high now. If we have a look at, let's have a look at the 30-minute on this futures chart down here. So yeah, so 30 just closed above this resistance here, like this. It's a pretty big level. So unless you get the closure back below, we trade above this level, so you may just keep pushing higher for now. In terms of what levels could we push up into, it's kind of hard to say because it's just ranging. But if you do keep pushing higher, you know, you may see gold come back up into these levels, back up here. So you'd have to wait for it to re-break its own high, and then you could see, it's not a bad little range to play. You're also going to have a lot of resistance there. So in order for us to play this move back down into this level, you'd have to wait for a 30 or 15 closure back below here, because you've just got that pretty strong close back above. So we just make this a little bit bigger. Just wait for that there. 15. Yeah, so I've got this high marked here as a potential liquidity high to potentially get grabbed and tap back into this level before potentially seeing that push down, which is, yeah, like almost 20 ticks back up into the highs. But let's just see how we can come back down. So 15 has, is that left a little double bottom there, grabbed some lows, trying to break the highs, but not really broken anything just yet. So I'd like to see if this can actually just squeeze up a little bit higher. Until that 15 closes back bearish, I think we could see gold squeeze up a little bit higher. So let's have a look at the 5, see what's going on here. So let me just mark on this high up here. That's the high we're watching. So 5 minutes broken above this level, found some resistance, found some support. So 5 minutes just in this little range. Let's see if we can, if we were going to look for, you know, shorts, it'd be off the 15 flip, but this level looks like a pretty strong level. If you can come back and re-broke its own 5-minute high, then that's when you could see that push. So let's be careful for that. But it is in we're a pretty sideways price action here this morning. But the 30 has just given us a pretty nice close. So let's see if we can get that continuation back up to these highs, or if we're going to close back below. We'll see how this 5 minutes is going to close in 10 seconds. If it closes bearish, you may come down and grab some lows a little bit more. So we'll see. Let's see how it's going to close. Anyway, just a question. I was thinking, taking FTMO challenge. Do you think it's better to wait if FTMO will be affected? I mean, no forex funding firm is really safe. I mean, forex funds were never really safe anyway, but safer than my forex funds, yeah, definitely. FTMO have been around way longer, and they're not based in the US. I've personally traded on FTMO many times, have many payouts in FTMO, so yeah, they're one of the only ones that I would probably say from the FX world is FTMO. I feel like you should be pretty safe on them, but who knows? You never know. Anything can happen. That's always the risk when trading funded accounts. But if there was going to be some issues like that with FTMO, it would have happened way before my forex funds. But I don't trade on any of these FX prop firms at all, so I would be a little bit careful. Yeah, in their Discord, they're saying they're not affected at all. Yeah, I have no reason to see why they would be affected. There's no reason why FTMO would be affected. Yeah, it's completely different. Based in a country of completely different regulations, been around way longer, and much more trustworthy. Good morning, Harry. What's going on, man? What up? What up? So if we can come and grab some lows here. Look how choppy this was. Look at that. This was the New York Open. Look at this New York Open price action. You really got chopped up if you tried to trade gold yesterday. Yes, FTMO does, yeah. They never used to. FTMO used to let you pick your own broker. But no, not anymore. I believe it's their own. Yeah, I believe it's their own. Futures is way better and safer than FX, I'd say. Yeah, way safer. That's the reason I don't trade FX anymore, man. Futures is way safer. The things that happen in my forex ones would never ever happen in the futures industry. Rio, yeah, I'd trade NQ in the US session only. I wouldn't trade it in London. The volume is just too hit and miss. But yeah, sometimes I'll trade it in New York session, man. Yeah, I took a little play on Friday. So yeah, I'll trade it if I don't catch anything on gold. Yeah, Nasdaq is my second go-to. So if I'm trading in New York, you know, I'll be watching like Nasdaq and the S&P. I actually find the S&P moves a lot cleaner than Nasdaq, but you have to trade bigger size. But yeah, the same position size you trade on gold. You definitely don't want to be trading as big as, like, you know, I would never trade 10 contracts on Nasdaq, but I'll trade 10 contracts on gold all day. But no, I wouldn't take 10 on Nasdaq because it moves so much bigger. But yeah, the movement is good. It's good in US session. It's not good in London. But yeah, we traded it quite a few times. I traded it in London a little bit before, like probably like around this time last year. I think we were trading it in London. But no, for me the volume in London is just too hit and miss. I hate getting trapped in sideways price action. The pound, please. Yeah, I'll take a look now just to see how we get a. I just want to see how gold 5 minutes gonna see if this 50, because this 15 on gold is grabbing some pretty big lows. I'm gonna see if we're gonna flip back up and grab some highs. I'm just kind of monitoring this 5 minute here to see if it's going to re-break and start to push higher. Because if it re-breaks its own high, you could see a nice little push up, minimum like 10, 15, 20 tick push. And if you can see it continuing back up into these levels, it's actually going to be a pretty nice play. So it's going to flip, which would be back up its average like 20 ticks, which is nice. Because you're broken above this level, currently retesting, trying to re-flip back bullish, and we'll be targeting this high. 15's just come down and liquidated a lot of lows as well. The 30's just grabbed some previous lows as well, which is kind of what you'd want to see before a potential push back up. So let me just see how this is going to close in 10 seconds. But I want to take some trades today. Hope we get some trades today. It's a good volume. I haven't taken a single position yet this month. I didn't take anything yesterday, which was kind of like the first trading day of the month. So how's that 5 minute? Okay, 5 minutes still closed back below the level, so now I'm going to wait for the 15 close. And we could be looking for this 30 flip of this high to re-break this high and see this nice push back up. And if the 30 can re-break this high, you know, you could easily see gold come all the way back up into here, which would actually be a pretty nice run. Unless you close back below this low, then you're probably going to come to this downside. So let's have a look. Have a look at the pound. Have a little look. What's going on here? Looks pretty choppy. Let's have a look. 30 minute. So you came down and grabbed these lows yesterday, which is nice. Trying to push back up. Yeah, pretty messy to be honest. Kind of just stuck in this little range for now. Kind of similar to gold. Yeah, if this 30 closes back into this level, you know, you may see it drive back down to lows, but right now I wouldn't be doing anything on the pound. I'd be very careful in this range. It looks pretty choppy. Looks pretty choppy in here. Like I said, if you do close back below here, you may get a little top wick, retest it, and drive it back down. But it's quite choppy. Look at this 5 bit on gold pushing down lower now. So this 15 is going to be interesting. If this 15 closes like this, you could see this push down even more on gold. So let's see how it's going to close. Try trading natural gas. Nah, I used to watch it a while ago. I haven't like ever intraday traded it. What is it? What is it? Oh, not that one. Yeah, I've never really intraday traded it. It's pretty choppy. I mean, yesterday was a very choppy day anyway, but it was, yeah, it looks kind of moves. Yeah, kind of moved a little big push up in London. Nice little push. First thing I bought, no idea, man. Nothing. Just plane tickets, I think. Really, that was when I took the leap into full-time travel and trading. So yeah, it just would have been accommodation or plane tickets or money for another challenge. But no, yeah, nothing really like physical. Really, man, nothing like monetary.
I heard you have a little giggle there. I'd probably use money to go for another challenge, eh? That's probably what I'd do.
Yeah, that's the best way, man. Get as many as you can. Keep growing it.
Fun on it. Crude.
Yeah, that's what I do. Keep growing it. Keep reinvesting it, and keep either put it into personal, or put it into another account. Definitely. Try and grow as much as you can.
I might have to retire from trading. I've got a fucking pay rise at work today, so might be time to get off the charts.
Good man. Retire from trading already.
Yeah, nah, look, definitely not.
No, that's good though, man. Good job.
Yeah, it's a bit better.
This 5 going to close. Let's see if this 5 is actually going to close bearish. I won't trade in this range, so I'm hoping we actually do kind of break out of this. Because anywhere in this range on gold, it's going to get very messy, unfortunately. It's going to get very, very messy. 30-minute can flip bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, and chop a lot. So I want to see how this 5 is going to close. If this 5 closes like this 15 is going to be closing pretty heavy here. First 15 close of this London session. And it was slow, but when it moves, it moves. Yeah, it's kind of similar to oil. When it moves, yeah, it can move big, man. It can move big. I mean, if pound re-breaks high, you may see a push up on pound. 20 seconds to this close here. Gold's looking like it's going to close back into this annoying little range, which is unfortunate. Like this. Anywhere here, you don't want to get. And this is in the New York session as well. Look at this. This is just absolute chop. Anyone trying to trade in this yesterday would have got absolutely blown up. You're below accounts trying to trade that price action. Look at that 5 minutes. Absolutely horrible. See, so the 15's closed bearish. You got an instant top wick. If you really wanted to sell it, you could short it, but there's just nowhere to short it into, unfortunately. But yeah, New York. I thought New York session was going to actually move quite nice yesterday, and it was actually incredibly choppy. So there you go. There's that 5 minute flip on gold, pushing back down lower now. So it's looking like we're going to push back down into support here. If we do get back down into this support, this is kind of where we can look for some longs. We're not going to do anything when price is in the middle of the range. You know, if we get down here, maybe we can look for the play back up, but we're not going to do anything as long as we hover in around this middle. The hourly, yes, the hourly could easily still come back down into here before seeing that push higher. So the previous hourly closed bullish, and now you've rebroken straight back into this range. So we're gonna have to see a little bit more hit. Gotta wait for this now. So the hourly's kind of at this support right now. Let's have a look at, see what else we got going on over here. Let's have a look at, see how Nasdaq moved yesterday. I imagine Nasdaq was probably pretty choppy in the US as well. Where's that? Yeah, so New York Open was there. As you kind of pushed up a little bit nicer. Still pretty. Look how even Nasdaq pushed up yesterday. Look at these huge wicks, big wicks, and crept up, but it was very, very choppy. So the markets were pretty choppy yesterday. So I'm pretty happy I kind of stayed out of that. Have a look at let's have a look at how the Dow moved yesterday. So where's the New York Open yesterday? Oh yeah, look at that. Dow moved much nicer yesterday. Look at that. So there's the so you got the if you look at the Dow yesterday, the New York Open. This is why it's good when you get into the New York session. It's better to look at more than one instrument. So you got the New York Open. You trade it for like 2 to 3 hours. You move it to like here. So if you were just looking at Nasdaq yesterday, Nasdaq was incredibly choppy, but the Dow actually had a really nice push down. This was a lovely push down. Amazing. Take that short. It's amazing. It's an amazing push. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at the Russell as well. Even nicer push. Lovely, lovely push. Look at that. Clean. So Nasdaq was incredibly choppy yesterday, but you look at the Russell. Look at that. Lovely push down. So if you guys are trading futures in the New York session, I would have 4 charts open like this. I'll be watching Nasdaq, the S&P, Russell, and the Dow. Because that was a lovely, look at that. Came up. This is on the 5 minute as well. These are huge pushes. Came up, grabbed the previous high, rebroke the low, and just kept pushing. You trail stop, you probably get taken out like, yeah, probably taken out around there. Very nice push. Gold still pushing a lot. Can you hear that? Yeah, I don't really have too much yet, David. I'll start doing it again. I had that euro pound analysis yesterday, which had a nice little push up. Then came into some resistance and just kind of ranged. And you see a little bit more. So this is the push up we were talking about yesterday, which I shared in the Discord. I was gonna see if that was gonna have a push higher. So came down. So you had this liquidity grab to lows, rebroke back above, pushed higher. So that right there, that was a nice little 25 pip push, but still straight back down. So I don't really have much at the minute. Let's just have a look at a pair like EA. It was all looking pretty choppy from when I had a quick look for now. I'm definitely going to start doing it a little bit more. But yeah, look how choppy all this is. Look at something like Euro Yen. Yeah, again, you know, in a kind of big overall range. What else have you got? Let's have a look at something like Aussie dollar. That big range, kind of pushing down, but just stuck in this big support. So there's not really. So the reason I'm not really swing trading anymore. I'm definitely gonna start sharing some more analysis and setups. But right now, there's nothing really, man. There's nothing. There's none that are in any areas of interest at all. But yeah, I'll definitely keep sharing some for sure. Because I know some of the guys in the communities do still want to swing trade a bit of FX who can't, you know, scalp gold futures with us. So I will definitely keep it in the background for sure, man. I want to start sharing some more. And with most of the forex pairs, like you still trade that on futures as well. Harry, is Top Step a monthly fee? Yeah, so Top Step is a monthly fee until you pass. As soon as you pass, you stop paying that fee. So you can pick up, if you click on the link tagged, you can pick up like a 100k account for like $99. If you pass it in a month, amazing. That's all you pay. If it takes you 2 months, pay 2 months. Takes you 3 months, 3 months. So it's a pretty decent model because you still end up paying way less than what you would in an FX fund. Obviously, yeah. Like when you get funded, yeah, you just stop paying. But it was good, and Top Step did that before all these FX prop firms introduced 0 time frame limit. So Top Step have always been 0 time frame limit. That's why they had the subscription model. Because it's just like you pay for as long as it takes you. If it takes you 2 months, you pay 2 months. If it takes you 3 months, it takes you 3 months. There's no like restriction on you have to pass within this certain days in a 2-step process. It's just a 1-step process. If it takes you a month, amazing. You're funded in a month, you stop paying. Once you get your first payout, you get a refund for the previous month. And then, amazing. I think it's 5-minute funding, some pretty big support here. 30 is going to close pretty bearish. I mean, I'd be very surprised if this 30 leaves a big wick and flips bullish. But this 30 is looking like it's going to close pretty bearish. But the 5 minutes trying to push up here. Trying to. What are the requirements to pass? Let me show you, man. Let me show you. So on a 50k account, you got to make $3,000. Max loss limit is 2,000. On 100k, 6,000, and on 150, 9,000. So it's like like 6%. 6% to pass, and obviously you can't hit more than on 100k minus 3,000. So you got to be good. You got to be good with the risk management. Why do you think Masters for futures is lower? Because I think a lot of like FX firms is based off like percentage risk, whereas futures is like a lot of futures are more like position size traders. But no, it actually would be good if they upped it. It would be nice, but you just kind of have to trade smaller size and kind of scale it up. Because I mean, like on Top Step, for example, like on a 100k account, you can be trading a max of 10 contracts, but you shouldn't need to trade anywhere near 10 contracts. Especially if if you trade something like Nasdaq, man, you could. Some of the guys in the community have like made like $1,000 a day just trading 1 contract on Nasdaq in the US session. So on a 100k, you can trade like 10 contracts, and you can keep minimal risk there as well. But yeah, the drawdown is a lot tighter than FX, which I'm sure they'll probably change it at some point. But yeah, I find it as long as you go into correct position sizing and increase it gradually, is not too bad. I mean, the fact that like you're only really risking, like what, $100 to buy the thing, like it's pretty good. Do you know how to take partials on TradingView? Yeah, you do. You just have to buy or sell back however many you want to close. So if you're short 10 contracts from here and you want to take some partials, so if I'm short 10 from here and I want to close 50%, I'll just buy back 5, and then that will just leave me 5 up here. I would love it if this 5 can just push up and start to throw some rejections on this 30, because I don't really want this 30 to close back into this range, because this range is horrible on gold. I don't want to get trapped in this range. I didn't think about that. Nice, thanks. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. Yeah, if ever you want to take partials on anything, I do it that way. If you want to close like 30% or something, just short back, buy back 3. And then the only thing is when you do take partials on futures and you have your stop loss in place, remember to adjust the contract size of the stop loss. Because I've done that before where I haven't adjusted the contract size of the stop loss. It's hit my stop loss and profit and has added me into more positions, if that makes sense. To train people to day trade. You have in your head, I can draw down. Yeah, 10% is alright. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. I mean, even to go into 10% drawdown, it's quite a lot. I haven't gone into 10% drawdown in a very, very long time. I haven't even gone into more than 5% drawdown in a while. In a very long time. I can't even think of the last time I went into more than 5% drawdown. Yeah, you know, like a lot of the trades that we take on streams, like the max loss we ever get is like 1%, and we haven't hit 1% loss in like over 2 months. So I manage my trades very well. So that's the reason I trade 10 contracts, is because I manage my positions so well. Like most of my losses in terms of percentage are like maybe like 0.5, 0.3, 0.2. Oh, look at this 5. If this 5 can keep pushing up, this is what I want to see, because I want to see this 30 starting to reject this level, because I still want to take this higher. I don't want us to mess around in this range. But yeah, but like I just think risking 1% risk per trade and just letting that trade hit 1% stop loss every time is just poor risk management. And it's just like it's a very basic retail way to trade. I didn't think about it. Yeah, it makes sense. I've been trading my stop down every time. Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. One thing as well that you can do with futures is what I like doing, and what I've kind of been doing a little bit more is, say if you are short, 10 contracts from here, and you want to close 50%, you can just trail like 5 contracts and leave the other 5 at break even. Because if this keeps running, then you can still close 50% at like a better price, or whenever price gets you out. So you're getting out of that 50% when the markets tell you it's time to get out. And then you can leave the other 50% at break even, and then if you want to trail that, then amazing, you can trail that as well. But that's what I kind of like about futures, is the way you can kind of trail. Oh, look at this 5. This 30 wick could be juicy here. This is looking nice. We get a nice strong 5 close here. I want to look for this 30 push back up. I like this here. Look at this 5. This is beautiful. Like I say, I don't want to get trapped in this range, but this is looking like we're actually going to get a nice breakout here. Because the previous hourly, did close bullish. So as long as you respect this level, by the time the hourly closes, and you close back above here, you can still see this drive higher. You've got 7 seconds until this close here. This is looking pretty nice. Initial reaction of that level is totally fine. We're going to see an instant push down. Hopefully, you can create a bottom wick first. Nope, straight push up. Where's my top step account? So I need this to give a bottom wick, and I'm going to be looking for this next 30 to re-break these highs and keep pushing higher, and that hourly to keep pushing. You're kind of getting this push down now, which is nice. I want to see us dip down a little bit more, and I'll be looking for, if I look for some longs, it'll be based off that hourly flipping bullish and to keep pushing higher. And as soon as it re-breaks these highs, amazing, you have your stop loss below this low here. So if this 5 can push down a little bit more, you could have a buy stop on the break of this current high. So you could have a buy stop like maybe somewhere around here. And then you can have your stop loss like this. Looking for this to keep running. Because that, and your break even point would be once you re-grab the previous 15 high as well. So I don't have this in just yet. If I do get in this on the futures chart, where's my order going to be? My order's going to be around 1952.4. I haven't got anything just yet though. I may put in half and wait for the 5 minute to actually close above that level. Because even if the 5 minute does close above here, you still want to see a bottom weight retest before pushing higher, which would be your entry anyway. So I haven't put anything in just yet. 5 minutes trying to. I'm just looking at this. You even have your stop loss a lot tighter now. Let me just see. Just see, we're only 3 minutes into this 5, so you'd want to see this 5 minute flipping at like the last couple of seconds. Let's just wait for it to form a little bit more. But the whole bias here will be based off this hourly closing, respecting this resistance, and then you can see that pretty nice drive up. If the hourly was to close back below this level and you do get tagged in, you know, at the retest, you just cut your trade. But it'll be based off of this hourly reclosing back above and having a nice push up. You know, still respecting kind of this level here. Grabbing the previous hourly lows, which is nice. The safest entry is going to be waiting for the break of the 30 highs. So 15's nice though. 15's wicked out some lows, couldn't close below the previous, so at a given you're going to see it come and grab the previous 15 high. But we could have a trade in a second. The reason I wouldn't take a retest entry right now is because you'd be buying off price dipping off that resistance. Whereas if you put in a buy order, if the candle reflips bullish, you're going to get tagged in. If it doesn't reflip bullish, it keeps pushing lower, then you don't take the trade, you don't take the loss, you just sit on your hands and wait. But this is the area on the 15 where you want to be starting to see some rejections to push up. So my entry's going to be above that high. Let me see. I want to see some rejections here in the next couple of seconds, and see if we can get that 5 minute to break back bullish and close above this level. Or may even just wait for the closure. If it doesn't close bullish now, then I will wait for the closure body above or the break of the 15 high. Because if it doesn't flip bullish, then you may just come in, fill in this 30 wick, and then just keep ranging. But if we can get a breakout of this with some good volume, we could be catching the breakout before it happens. That's kind of what we want to do. But like I say, no orders in just yet. We've got 30 seconds here. If we all of a sudden start to throw some rejections here, I will look to put it in though. 20 seconds here, let's see. 16. So my entry would be here, but there you go, cool. No, so 5 minute didn't flip bullish, still closing bearish, continuing to push down. You have no top wick on this current 5 though. But looking at the 15, I'm not gonna put in anything just yet. 5 minutes looking too heavy. We're getting that close to that previous 30 wick as well, that you may actually just come in and you may just come in and fill that in. So no buy orders just yet. So you may even wait for the break of the 30 high. So if you can wick out the previous 30 low and then re-break its own 30 high, then we could have a buy in at like 1952.5 if it flips back bullish. If it doesn't flip bullish, then you may just continue to range. But that 5 minute, it has no top wick. Pound here with a strong push down. Yeah, so did pound close back below that level for the fake out? Let's have a look. Yeah, so on 30. Oh, actually didn't. Actually closed respecting it. Still grabbed these highs, yeah, but playing around. Yeah, be very careful in this range. So it looks like the US dollar is gaining some strength this morning. Getting some short-term strength. So this is the reason I don't take retest entries. You take retest entries, you're sitting in drawdown right now, hoping to get out on it, and you've just been stopped out. So that's the reason I wait for price to reflip bullish. If it doesn't reflip bullish, then I don't take the trade. I don't get entered. I'm chilling. But when it does, if it does, now that, oh, look at that. So we've now grabbed the previous 30 high. Yeah, sorry, 30 low. So now that we've re-grabbed that low, if this 30 can now flip bullish, amazing, we could have a nice push. If it doesn't, then that's fine. I'll wait for a breakout. Maybe of this level to consider taking it lower. But anywhere in this region, on the hourly, is that inverse head and shoulders. So we got this left shoulder, this head come down for that right shoulder, and then you may see that bounce, or you just may see it just kind of range more before that PMI, but I hope not. See, look at that. What's that little push down? How many is that? Yeah, nice little 15 pip push down there, to be honest. But I won't get too chopped up in this range. So 30's back down at support, 15's back down at support. We were close to seeing if we were going to get a trade there, but nothing yet. Nothing just yet. YouTube guys, drop a little like to the stream. Alright, we'll get some good volume here. I reckon we could see some nice plays today. We could get some nice plays. Look, I think the Australian dollar had a nice little sell-off today, I believe, in Asia. You had a nice little sell-off? Yeah, I had a nice sell-off today. Oh, sorry, that was yesterday in London. Australian futures had a nice little sell-off. Kind of got some lows down there to come and grab. I don't know what this level is from, but I'm going to steal it. How's the yen moving? So you need to see AD is ranging. How's the yen looking? Almost the exact same to Australian dollar. May flip bullish. So although gold's looking pretty heavy bearish right now, until that 30 closes, there's no sell bias. I'm not ignoring that you may bounce from this region and keep pushing higher. But I mean, as long as you do just get stuck in this range here, it's gonna be very difficult. Very, very difficult. How many ticks is this range? It's only it's only a 20 tick range. The 5 minutes got a little bit more downsides to squeeze out down here as well on the currency chart. So you may see a little squeeze a little bit lower on the currency chart. I don't know why I'm still drinking coffee at almost 5 PM, but here we are. But yeah, I got the September journal all set up, but I haven't taken a single trade yet. It's only what this is. So yesterday was kind of like the Monday of the week because we had a bank holiday on Monday. So this is kind of like the Tuesday, second trading day of the week. Nicest mover yesterday was probably something like the Russell in the US session. We had probably had the nicest move yesterday. Hi Aaron, Damon, what's going on, man? What up, what up? Zoom out a little bit. Look, we're so zoomed in on this 15-minute, making it all bigger, but look what's actually going on. We're not doing anything. I guess you're staying up for New York if you're drinking coffee. Well, yeah, I actually am today, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. I stayed up and watched New York yesterday. I watched gold. I was looking for gold to have a continuation yesterday in this New York session, back up into some highs, back up into like this double top region. But then once we closed back bearish at this point, I think it was like maybe 20 minutes before the open, so it was like almost half 11 my time. I was like, man, it just looks choppy. But yeah, today I'm absolutely staying off the New York session. If we don't get a London trade here, which I do still think we have plenty of time to catch. But yeah, I think I'll be trading New York today. I don't really like trading New York on the same days I trade Asia, because then that's just hitting 3 sessions, and by like New York, I'm pretty burnt out. But I didn't trade Asia today, so I can kind of give myself a few hours to watch it later on. So look at this 5. What's this 5 doing? Kind of just bouncing around in this range. We were looking like we were finally going to get a really nice breakout there. Probably going to come and grab the lows one more time, spike down a little bit more. And yeah, we got PMI today as well, so I definitely want to see how that's going to come out. See if that's going to give us a kind of a play for the week. How's the weekly starting to look on gold? Yeah, so you got to be wary of this weekly on gold flipping back bullish, coming back down to retest all of these levels. Anywhere in here, if you delete everything on gold for a second, if you look at all of this is a huge level where at any point, if gold taps into here, any fundamental change could see this gold push higher. So although the dailies goes bullish, today could be doji, and then next day could be that bullish push, and you can see everything kind of change around. Same as the monthly. The monthly left a big wick as well. So again, this could be another a monthly retest before re-pushing high up. What's that high I've got marked on there? What's that? That daily high. What do I have that daily high marked on? I don't remember. We'll leave that on. Same, I only trade one session. Asia London, New York, like me. Yeah, it can be. So this 15 on this currency chart, it's not looking too bad here. Let me go 5 minute. Let me get a 5 minute chart back on here. I think you're gonna see a little drive lower. Come and spike this low one more time. 30's trying to find some support, which is nice. That's what we want to see. Hey Aaron, what up? What's up, man? What's going on? But yeah, I really want to see how that PMI is going to come today. See if it's going to get a big kind of change in fundamentals. What else do we have? What else do we have this week? You just have a look at the other calendar here. What day is today? So tomorrow's going to be the 7th. Got some yen news. Yeah, let me have a look at. Let's have a look at the calendar. See what else we got for the rest of the week. I'm looking for any news that could change things around. Yeah, so you got unemployment claims on Thursday. So Thursday is going to be a big day for gold. A big day. Oh wait, that's tomorrow. Oh shit, yeah, that's tomorrow. Nice. All right. Man, these bank holidays are kind of ruining my week. But yeah, so tomorrow's going to be a big day. Unemployment claims, with gold overall bullish on the weekly. If unemployment claims can come out and kind of turn everything around, it could be really interesting. So you got PMI today, and then unemployment claims tomorrow, and then you got Canadian dollar unemployment changes on Friday as well. I really want to see how this 30 is going to close on gold. I would love it if we can start to throw some big wick rejections and show signs of breaking out of this range. Let me see. Does it happen in futures prop firms? No, almost never, man. Never. Sometimes if there's not a lot of liquidity in the markets in futures, you may not get the best fill, but you're not going to get slipped as much as forex firms, and you're not going to get screwed on spreads every single time as well. And that's the beauty of trading something like futures. I mean, I could test a little position so you can see. Let me just see if I can test a little position to show you. I kind of like, sometimes if I'm trading London, I'll enter in like one position just to kind of get an idea for the liquidity to see what the feels like. But for the most part, like, see, if you see here on gold, the price is at 1951.4. If I go click buy, as long as there's good volume marks, I'm going to get filled at that exact price. Especially if you trade in the New York session, you're not gonna worry about any slippage, any spreads. The price you click buy is the price you're gonna get filled at. Sometimes in Asia, you know, you give it a little bit of leeway. But you know, for the most part, no, it's never gonna happen, man. And you know, with futures is the broker and like prop firm like Top Step, for example, have zero control over that. Whereas with these FX prop firms, when you're trading on their own broker, they have full control over what happened. Exactly like my forex funds, they had full control over being able to actually slip someone, which futures is way too regulated for that to ever even happen, and it's not even possible. Top Step let you choose your own broker. So it's way safer. Everyone keeps asking me, what about Top Step? What about Top Step? Futures is a completely different ballgame to FX. FX is nowhere near as regulated as futures. Oh, this 30's going to... I hope this 30 can give us a nice strong wick here. On 50k account, if I play a discount, how much do I get monthly? So we can do 350k account, max out. Yeah, so you could have up to 3 express funded accounts. Whether that be 100 and 250 or 3 150s. But if you click the link pinned, you know, you can pick up a 100k account for like $99. Oh, I really hope this 5 minute keeps pushing, because I'm going to be looking for this 30 flip soon. The closer we get to this hourly, and the more we start to throw some rejections here, the more we could see this push higher. 15 has closed quite bearish though. So if you don't flip in this 30, then on the hourly, you may get the similar formation where you'll get this initial wick, the next hourly will wick it out, but still close above. And then the next hourly will come down and retest it one more time, and then you may see that push back up. So let's see, we're having a nice little retracement here though. But this is that kind of, you know, left shoulder head, that right shoulder. You know, safest bet is going to be waiting for a break of the neckline, but I would want to kind of be in before that. In terms of like, at what point do I look for downside? It has to be a break of this level, right? But the only thing with the downside is there's a lot of support that you're going to run into pretty quick. Like, here's going to be a pretty big level. Which is the range worth it? What have you got? Yeah, 30 ticks. It's not bad. You could definitely trade that. But I'll only consider that kind of once you actually get the closure below. So let's see, we got 8 more minutes here. We're going to get the London Open soon as well. Which platform would you recommend? Like, I only know Ninja because I'm trading view through TradeVate. Sean had some issues on order fills. Yeah, so I'll be using Ninja as well. I still have an account on TradeVate. I personally haven't had any issues. The only issues people did have with TradingView is every time you open TradingView, just make sure you just log in and out of the account. But if you're opening up a brand new account, then they don't have TradeAvate at the minute. They are working on bringing back a broker that will allow us to trade on TradingView again, which should be good. But to be honest, NinjaTrader is really clean. NinjaTrader is actually kind of better than TradeAvate, to be honest. But yeah, they are working towards getting back a broker so you can trade on TradingView, because I know people did love that as well. It's kind of one of the biggest reasons people did like moving to TopStep. So they are working on getting that back. But for time being, have a little play around on NinjaTrader. If you like that, yeah, stick with NinjaTrader. I have had no issues on NinjaTrader. I personally didn't even have any on TradeAvate. But I don't really execute on TradingView anyway. I personally like to have it on a separate screen, so you know I can have my terminal on one or my analysis on my other. Just because if I have my positions here, it just kind of hinders my ability to be able to, like, you know, trade from that neutral perspective. That's just me anyway. I personally just like having it separate. But yeah, fingers crossed. You know, the new broker to trade on TradingView will be launching soon-ish. I'll try and keep you guys posted on any updates I have with that. But for time being, yeah, I would personally would just go NinjaTrader. Apex rules for me are like the drawdown rules are just way too strict. Way too strict. I have had people in the community try them. There's a margin, cool guys. Yeah, but I had people in the community test them, and they just said the drawdown rules are just way too strict. So some people like it, some people don't. I'm personally not a huge fan. I've only looked for other firms, you know, once you've like maxed out TopStep, for example. I don't know who that was. This 30's looking pretty bearish here on gold. Pretty bearish. Come on, Goldie. I know, man. Come on, Goldie. We're in September. Give us that volume. Give the boys what they want. We want that Goldie move.
No, I haven't taken a trade.
Oh man, it's crazy. But yeah, to be honest, I should have taken them sells on gold yesterday in London. It was just so it was really simple. I don't really know why I didn't. To be honest, I should have taken the flip from here that we were talking about. That's a lovely push. But I just didn't like that double top sitting just above there, which I still think at some point is going to get grabbed. I think this week, I think this week is going to be interesting because it wouldn't surprise me if you look at gold on like the 4 hour. Where are we at? Yeah, it really wouldn't surprise me if gold can retrace a lot of this move. And you know, before this huge push down, I was seeing if we could spike up a little bit more into these regions. But now you did have, this was our first level. That was our first level. So you kind of bounced off that push low. You kind of just break it down. But I think, you know, at least to come back up and retest these levels. And if that news comes out weak for the US dollar, you could just see gold just continuing to push higher. Because like, overall, we've broken out of this trend line, but we haven't broken this current uptrend. So it's a very, very interesting week. There's a pretty nice clean move down. It's a pretty nice move. Breaks the level, retest, push down, little correction, continuation back down. So yeah, it's a pretty nice move. Let me go back here. But yeah, like I said, I haven't taken one trade yet this month. Obviously, we're only like, this is only the second kind of trading day in, but yeah, I think we're in for a good month. Hey Aaron, do you do personal mentorship in your program, like teaching one-to-one? Jay, yeah, absolutely, man. I do that. I got quite a lot of one-to-one sessions booked in next week. I love doing the one-to-ones, even if it's just going on and just catching up with members, not from a technical perspective. I love to do that, but yeah, help people build their trading plan. you know, break down the trades that we've taken on stream. Go through their journal. Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. But yeah, the reason, and also like that's only for like the people who pay like quarterly and yearly because that's part of like the package. But I mean, even for the guys who pay like monthly, the reason I keep my community small is so I can always have that personal approach. I will never let my community get to a point where it's just a numbers game, because I've been in them communities and it sucks. But you literally you can't talk to the quote unquote guru because it's just flooded with so many people and so many messages. That's the reason I keep my community small. Is so we can still have that, you know, one-to-one approach. Even if people message me directly, I'm always replying within like the hour. Or if we're talking in the market chat, we talk like every single day, multiple times a day. Even though I don't stream New York, I'm still sending in you know, loads of updates in the New York session and any trades that I do take. We always we always talk through them. Let's see if I can move this that way. So we've got gold. This Audi's about to close. We're gonna get London open in a second. Let me just move this over here. Oh, I should. Let me put this over here. Disable. I'll show you, Jay. How do I share my screen? Let me move this over here. How do I share this? Yeah, cool. So you can see here. You can see that maybe. There's all the channels that we have in the Discord. It's where we're always posting, you know, the updates and stuff like that. Oh, gold may actually get a breakout here. Maybe she may get a closure. You know, we're talking about these things we were talking about in the US session yesterday. Talking about gold bouncing off that level. You know, positions we were looking for. And obviously you got loads more. You got like all the trading course videos are in there as well. You got 40 more seconds here. We do all the trade breakdowns. Talking about the trading retreat. And here we have a general chat where we just talk about general shit. So yeah, there's quite a lot there, man. There's quite a lot, lots to go through. Where did I change this back? Let me move this back. There you go. Alright, so we're going to get this closure in 5 seconds, and I'm not getting a break here, unfortunately. If we get an instant push down to grab the previous hourly low, so look at that hourly now. Hourly's just completely flipped back bearish, but still respecting this support. I'm starting to push back up. Oh shit, I didn't mean to go on the fire. Let me go. So the hourly, this looks like a potential fake out now, but we're still bouncing up this support. We've grabbed that previous low on the 5 minute that we're talking about. We didn't actually close below it. 15's finding some support there. I would have preferred if we had just closed below it and I could even look for some sells. But the way that 15's just closed with what, 1 tick of body is pretty crazy. Currently retracing, 5 minutes perfect to push back up. Yeah, we've got to see. Have you bought NinjaTrader as well? Like the subscription? Yeah, I have the subscriptions in NinjaTrader as well, man. Yep. I'll be having my personal in NinjaTrader. I don't have any personal, any FX at all. So my NinjaTrader will be also for personal. 5 minutes just wicking these highs. Looks like an interactive group. Yeah, it's interactive. It's interactive, man. It's a very non-toxic group. We've had people come in the community before that flex bullshit profits and fake profits, and I will remove them straight away. Anyone who comes into the group and kind of ruins the atmosphere, I do not care about their subscription. I will remove them straight away. And we have had that a few times. So it's a very non-egotistical group. You know, we're just a bunch of friends all on the same journey doing the exact same thing and just chatting about life, trading, making bank, and all growing together. I have no idea where gold's gonna go here, to be honest. We like in this range, this 5 minute can just do absolutely anything. Like this is the US session. Yeah, I may have to look at something else. I have to leave Goldie for today. And mate, great to see you again. What's going on, man? Good to have you back on the stream. Pounds stuck in this range. Also, Australian dollar doing the yen's probably the only one that's actually looking nice. Australia just creeping down. And the yen was probably the only.
Dropped this morning.
What has dropped? Sorry. Oh, Nasdaq.
Nasdaq. You need to jump in, sorry.
Nah, that's alright, man. Oh yeah, have a little push, yeah. Having a little push. Anywhere in this range, it just gets horrible. Look at that. It's so much shit.
Same as S&P, but
yeah.
looking on the 1 minute, you never sell.
Nah.
Especially, they never sell like that.
Nah. Yeah, look at the way that 30s are closing as well. Rejecting.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if this rejects. Look at that 5 on gold. Hey bro, hope you're good. What's going on, man? Yeah, I'm good, thank you, man. I'm good. Chilling. I'd be even better if we could get a trade. I'd be even better if we could get a trade.
There's a big yellow brick road on the 30 minute on the S&P down onto the downside.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's much cleaner than Nasdaq actually. Yeah, much cleaner.
S&P for me respects levels far greater than Nasdaq.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's much cleaner. Nasdaq yesterday was so choppy in New York. I was just having a look before. It was horrible. It was New York yesterday. I mean, yeah. Since since Wednesday last week, it's been just pretty range bound. Yeah, it's in a way. S&P's in a way nicer place, much nicer place. Whereas like Nasdaq's like, I don't know where you're gonna go. You could easily just bounce here and keep pushing higher. So where was yesterday? Yeah, that was the price action yesterday. Pushed down with the support, pushed up like it did. Pushed up pretty big move, but the way that it moved was fucking horrible.
Oh, I see.
And then I had a look at something.
I didn't trade the US yesterday.
Nah, neither, man. I haven't taken a trade yet this month, actually.
I haven't in the last.
Look at that.
God. Oh no. Hopefully this week.
Yeah, I think so, man. I think it's looking good. Well, to be fair, I should have taken that gold. I don't know why I didn't take that gold play yesterday. The gold play was nice. Had that 30 liquidity to come and grab the highs, re-break the low. It's a simple push. Yeah, and it ended up having a nice push.
Off the retest, you mean?
Even like here, so this was like, so you had this liquidity to come and grab. 30 closed bearish, came up, re-grabbed the high, closed bearish there, came up the top wick, so you could have even just taken the break of that 30 low. You would have caught like a nice 30-40 ticks. Easy. 30 in and out. Actually, it's actually a really nice push.
Yeah.
But no, it's other than but I was watching this breakout yesterday. I saw this breakout pretty nice. I was like, oh, amazing. Maybe we're going to get that continuation back up into here. And then as soon as it broke back below, I was like, yeah, I'm going to sleep. And New York actually just completely ranged.
Was the bank holiday yesterday? That's why I didn't trade.
Yeah.
Bank holiday yesterday, and on Monday.
Yeah.
And I was like,
So yeah. Yesterday was kind of like the Monday of the week.
I needed to see the body anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
I went to play golf. I actually played.
Good man.
And I shot an 82.
Nice. Nice. What's your favourite pair? I only trade gold futures, man. Here in the London session, we only trade gold futures. I don't trade any pairs. Goldie. Look at this 15. So we just re-grabbed the previous 15 high. Now we're kind of re-grabbing the lows. 5 minute may get a nice strong closure here. I really want to see it break below this level because this is such a strong level here. If you actually get closure below there, you may actually finally see this breakout on gold. I don't think it's going to be a clean move, but you may actually finally get a breakout here. This 5 minutes looking pretty nice. Let's see. I want this I need this 5 minute to actually close nice and bearish, because we are still at that hourly support as well. Because if you look at the hourly, I mean, how do we got to this close? We've got a couple minutes here. Yeah, so you kind of, if you start selling at this hourly support, it's kind of risky. But I mean, if you get the 15 in closure, then you can kind of accept the risk, and you may drive back down to there. We're also at a potential reversal region. I'd prefer gold to flip back up and respect this head and shoulders to come and grab some levels all the way back up here. That's what I would prefer, but I don't think gold moves off what I prefer. I don't think it does. I would like it if it did, but I don't think it does.
Write a message in capital letters. Make sure they look gold numbers.
I think at least at some point today, you know, you're going to come and wick out these highs and retest these levels.
You know, the slog, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in a. That's the thing. Like I'm so zoomed in here, but if you actually just zoom out, like we're just ranging. We're just stuck in this very shit little range again. And this is even a range in the US session, so it's such a tight little range. Which is not ideal. I'm off, guys. Dinner tonight. Catch some pips, me. Good man. Enjoy, man. See you again tomorrow, Matt. But we'll catch some bang for you. Hopefully. We'll get them pippies. 5 minutes just closed pretty bearish. Instant bottom wick, which is fucking typical. I'm gonna wait for the 15 closure in 5 minutes, because if the 15 does close below this level, amazing. I have to execute shorts. I don't trust this 1 5 minute break. Look how many times the 5 minute will break above, break back below, re-break back above. Whereas when the 15 does break below, you know, it gives you that top wick and then completely drives lower. So from shorting, you know, just here to here, you know, you easily be at break even. So if we get a nice 15 close here, you've grabbed the previous 15 high. So as long as you close below this 15 low, at any retest, you'll see this drive lower. You know, be looking to target back down into them lows. But again, it really wouldn't surprise me, and I hope it doesn't. It wouldn't surprise me if by the time this 30 closes, we are closing back above here, and pulling back up. The safest trade is going to be waiting for the 30 closure, but I'll consider the 15 before that if it's nice and gives the good entry. So I want this 15 body to close below this wick here. If it closes below that wick, amazing. That's the nice breakout confirmed. Look how many times here we didn't actually close below the low, so we didn't drive lower. If you close below the low, then you're going to push. But if you don't close below the low, you just keep pushing higher. So if we don't close below this low, you may just keep pushing higher. But if we do close below, then amazing, we can short it. You close below the low, you drive lower. Close below the low again, you drive lower. So the way that this is going to close in 2 minutes here is going to be the decider of if we can catch this 15. Oh, look at that! That move on the Russell yesterday was fucking huge. Absolutely.
The Russell.
The Russell, yeah.
Normally you have that with trips, don't you?
Yes. I'll watch if I trade New York now. I'll open a new tab, and I'll have Nasdaq, S&P, Russell, and the Dow. And if you looked at all them yesterday, the Russell moved very clean compared to Nasdaq and the S&P. Same as the Dow. I think the Dow moved pretty nice yesterday. Where was it? Yeah, still not as nice as the Russell, but still had a much nicer push down than Nasdaq as the New York Open. Nice little push down.
What is the Russell?
So it's the top, like, what is it? Top, like, let's show you, top like 2,000 or something. Let's just go close. We got 1 more minute here. Yeah, the Russell 2000.
Oh wow.
It's nice to when you watch all four. Yeah, it's the index of the small cap US stock market index. It's the smallest 2,000 stocks in the Russell 3000.
Wow. Okay.
They all move that similar in the US at the New York Open. That at least almost every session, one of them gives the cleanest of entries. It's just about watching all of them to see which gives the cleanest entries, and the Russell yesterday moved very clean.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, no?
And just kind of just seeing like at the Open, just seeing which one breaks nicer. And this here, like pre-New York, you had a double top, you grab double top, Open, wicks up, re-breaks the low, and just fucking, this is the 5 minute, just absolutely drives. Like, I mean, you get taken out like a trailed stop like down there. It's an incredible move. An absolutely incredible move. And if you compare that to, because I think like so many, the more that you're seeing the retailers get involved in Nasdaq, the more you're starting to see it kind of fuck around a lot more. Like the markets are getting smarter. I don't know many people who really trade the Russell. So where was Nasdaq yesterday? Tuesday. Yeah, look at that. If you so if you just compare from look at this shit, and everyone's obsessed with Nasdaq recently, but man, half the time it doesn't. It's nice as a confluence, but it doesn't move clean. So you look at 2 p.m. there on Nasdaq yesterday, compared to 2 p.m. here yesterday on the Russell. I know which one I would rather fucking trade.
Yeah, much better.
Oh, Goldie.
Jesus Christ, our S&P just got.
Has had a nice closure here on gold. Oh, this is nice because if this doesn't reflip bearish, then I don't care. So 15 has fully closed below this low, and we've just wicked out this low in the first minute here. So I will consider a break of the low. If it doesn't re-break the low, then the 30 may continue pushing. Because we're at this big 30 level. So look at this. If this 5 minute breaks above, you actually may be able to rip this back to the highs. This 5 minute is very interesting. 15 closed very bearish with no bottom wick. That's why you're seeing this instantly push higher. We've also just grabbed the previous hourly low as well, around this hourly support. So I'll consider sales if this 15 comes down and re-breaks its own low. If it doesn't, then this 5 minute just breaks above, then that's also fine. Then you can take the fake out. So what would that be if this 15 can come back down and re-break its own low? And you look at this type of nice shit range again, but if it doesn't re-break its own low, then you may get the fake out and push high off this 30 support. What would that be? What would your stops be? So the only way this trade would be invalid is if the 5 minute closes back above. Your stop loss could be just above the 15 high. Your entry would be on the break of the low at like 1950.01. And the trade is invalid as soon as this 5 minute closes back above. If the 5 minute closes back above, I will actually look for some longs. It's actually looking like we might. The reason I'll look for longs is because we're at the head and shoulders that I was talking about before we even started breaking everything down. So see how this 5 minutes gonna close. This range is just so shit.
To the upside.
Yeah, me too. I think the upside is much nicer.
There's a lot of noise at the
Yeah.
1954. I think you've got 1952 or so.
And if you get closures back above this level, then from here to here it's going to be a pretty nice push.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would also love to see it. And the fact that now that also the hourly has re-grabbed the previous hourly low, that's what you would need to see before a push up. So you've had that initial rejection, the next hourly comes down, wicks out the low. This could push up, the next hourly could also then quickly retest it and then keep pushing up. What was that? Oh, what's all this? Cool. Let's see that. Let's see how this 5 minutes can close in 1 minute. It's a make or break level for gold right now. It's a big level here. Big level. God, he's used to use a 100 pip move when we're on. Yeah, it does, man. That's all we want. We don't ask for much. Just 100 ticks. We'll be happy. Man, I'll take fucking 20. I'll take 15. Give me 15.
I was just thinking I'll take 10.
I'll take 10. Fuck it. I'll take 10. All right, I'll take 10.
Honestly, I never minded. I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take 10.
God, this week continues like. I think I'll just take a break even. Still just get my toes wet.
I'll take a loss. I'll take minus 20.
I just wanna. I'll just forget him. How it feels to be in a trade.
Alright, so 5 minutes just closed, wicking at the previous 5. It's not reflip bearish just yet, which is fine. I'll look for the break of the 15 low. If I do take this. TJ blessed me last night with 8 pips. Happiest I've ever been at that big move yet. Good man. 8 pips more than me.
Yeah. 8 pips a day.
8 pips a day is 100 contracts. $8,000. Take that.
Right.
Let's see if this 15 is gonna flip. But 5 minutes is so fucking choppy. But like I say, I'm trying not to focus on the 5 so much. The 5 minutes is always choppy recently. 5 minutes looking incredibly choppy, and then the 50 and 30 is just looking much nicer. 5 minutes should only be for entry based off the 30 and 15. But the strongest confirmation is going to be the 30 close. I'd rather be in before that, to be honest. So I may look for the break of this 15 low. If this 15 doesn't continue pushing down, then you just cancel. You can cut the trade. So you'd be looking for it to. You'd be looking for an entry around like 1950.2 on gold. If it doesn't flip bearish and the 30 doesn't close below this level, then that's fine. I mean, even if the 30 does break, it's still going to have to survive the next 30 top wick that could easily come up, and if it's ranging and needs more liquidity, it could easily still come up and re-grab that high. So you're re-breaking the lows now. I'm not in anything. Because I don't like this. This range is just too small. Oh sorry, that's the hourly high. Let me get to the 30. Yeah, so 30 is still close above and will easily give you a top wick. So if you start short it now, then you got to survive that top wick for the next fucking half an hour. Like the price action to the left on gold is not clean. That's the reason I'm not jumping into this right away. It's because there's just not clean. Because you got to be what, break even here, there's support right there, so you're just from one range to another.
Oh. 1 minute.
So what's it pushing? So you've just broken that low. So what are you pushing? Less than 1 tick. So that's how tight of a range it is. If you took that like that, stop loss is 10 ticks. You're literally just about tapping 2. So it's very, very small. And I don't think it's going to be a plain sailing move down. Like I say, if you get that 30 closure, you're still going to get a pretty steep top wick. It's pushing out unless you take that retest entry, but no. Oh, Goldie.
Cross.
What's that? Yeah, it's only 6 ticks. The range is just too messy. Now you're grabbing them lows. Goldie playing with us. There you go, now she's pushing. I'm not really, I'm honestly not too bothered about this push. It's just too messy. I'll be done for the week with 26 pips.
Yeah.
So the 30 is actually, how long you got to that 30 close? It's still quite a while away. But now that you're breaking these lows, yeah, you're gonna see that push back down into here. But I had zero confidence in that trade. So if I had taken loss, I would have kicked myself. So I don't really care that it's pushing, to be honest. I had zero confidence in that. Like this 5 had a top wick. It's more so like my problem is like if you short here. So if we took the break of this low that we were looking at, like you had to be break even at like 5 ticks, which is just so small of a range. Like, you know, you're instantly look at that. You're instantly finding support straight away. So if you did take it, you know, you'd be risking 10 ticks, and you got to be break even at 5. It's just such a small range. I mean, so you'd have to be break even now anyway. But it's just like, if you just look at it from the bigger picture, if we have a look here. If you have a look at what's really going on here, so we're literally not doing anything. We're just stuck in this little noise. You're into instant hourly support and resistance. Look at all this. If we get rid of everything for a second, you take a look at all of this. Look at all this here. Resistance, fake out, resistance, support, broke above. So you'd be shorting gold into hourly support, which is pretty crazy. It's the reason I'm just kind of like I'm not chasing it, because it's not really doing anything. no clean levels. Like, look at this. Look at these 5-minute rejections. So you're almost about to be taking a break even. And what would you have hit? You just about hit 10 ticks. And that's if you got the entry right at the break of the low. I mean, if you get... The nicest entry is actually going to be this 30 close. Because if this 30 close breaks below here and then gives you an instant top wick, then amazing. Then you could be shorting it down into this next level, which is going to be a much nicer range. So hopefully this 30 doesn't close too bearish, but easily clears this support. You know, you're still just playing range to range, but the range is a little bit nicer once you actually get that closure.
There's a nice trend line on the 15 minutes on the futures. Down there, going from
nice.
the left shoulder to the head. Oh, you got it there.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Did you have it on there anyway?
No, I just seen that. I just spot now. I just said it, man. Yeah, it's nice. Right there. If we get a strong 30 close here in like 2 minutes and a top wick, I'll consider it. But it's pretty choppy. Thoughts on GJ? Let's have a look, man. Let's have a look. What's GJ up to? GJ's probably moving way nicer than GJ. Sorry, GJ's moving nicer than you. Nicer than gold. I mean, you can't really bounce off that. Again, see how the 30 closes. The 30 close is going to be the decider. Prior to this push, nothing. But now that you've got this push, if you get that closure, yeah, you could see GJ come and grab some of this trend line and push higher. I think we're going to get a nice closure here on Goldie. So we could see a nice little short here. So we're going to be watching for that 5-minute high to get grabbed. And then we'll be looking for this push back down. If you get that, yeah, if you get that closure on GJ, bottom wick, and then reflip bullish and come up and probably, I doubt it's going to be a clean move up right now, but come and grab some of them previous daily highs. Could be a nice little play. Yeah, the daily overall on GJ could flip bullish and keep running higher. Give me a nice closure here on gold in 1 minute. Let's see how this is going to close here. This is the first 30-minute breakout we've had all morning. So we're going to be breaking out of this tiny little range. So if we can get a top wick, retest these levels, we can short it down to here. Don't push too much because I need to be able to actually get in this. So we'll be looking for gold to come up, grab the previous 5-minute highs, and then you can be looking for that push back down. But I want this 5 minute to actually close bearish like this. Close around here, amazing. 30 to break out of this tiny little range. And then top wick, boom, or short it back down into these lows. We've got 9 seconds here, 8 seconds here on Goldie. So we want it to close like this, and we want an instant top wick. And then we'll be looking for that short to continue push down. There you go, instant push down. Man, I swear this happens every single time recently. Opens up and instantly pushes down. So 15 is closed very nice. 30 has finally given us that closure. So at any top wick, you want to be short in gold, back down into them lows. Let me see here. Why is this not going bigger? Yeah, this level here is probably going to be... let me clean this up. I mean, all of this is going to annoy it. Let's see, 4 hour. Oh yeah, we're at a massive 4 hour level.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're such a big level right now. Look at this 4 hour resistance, support. Tiny top wick, re-breaking slow. If it hits the lows, that's gold. I ain't chasing that move. This because if you jump in now, there's 0 stop loss placement. So if we keep pushing down here, here's what it is. It's not my trade. Where's my levels gone? Here. What does that push down? To my 30 ticks. The 5 minute needs to come and grab some highs before you can see that big dip lower. But there's honestly like I say there's no clear entry for me on any of this push down on gold. None of these pushes have been clean. Yeah, the only entry was kind of break at this low, but it's the fact that the range is like 4 pips away. That just is not worth me risking my money. It is absolutely not worth it. Look out, because we're at 4-hour support as well. At any point, this thing just could completely reverse, and you can get trapped in a pretty aggressive position. That's what you want to be wary of later on today. See if look at that, and GJ close bullish, instant top wick. Off take enjoy Harry, take it easy, man. See you next time. So you look at that 15 now, instant push down, straight back up. So if you jump in shorts, you're straight back to drawdown. This is what you'd want to see to the highs if you're going to drive lower. But now you just instantly pushed down and found some support. Now you want to see that top wick before that bottom wick. But so now you have that bottom wick. It's like is it gonna be a fake out and re-break higher? There's nothing, to be honest. It's just you could over-analyze this, and all prices do is ranging at 4-hour support. I'm not looking to force too much.
It's nice that it came down to that.
Yeah.
Line though.
Even though we did that 30.
Reject.
Big rejection. Rejecting support. First 30-minute breakout. Do you want to take the first breakout? Not really.
No.
I mean, if we could liquidate some highs, then sure we'll consider it. But we've already created a big bottom wick.
Yeah.
So if you start shorting gold now, you're gonna get trapped. You
Back in the wick again.
get trapped. See, look at this. Now you go. There you go. Now re-pushing higher. Because if you take a look at this hourly, you're still at hourly support. So you had this 1, 2 potential third drives into lows, and that's typically how we trade the reversal formations on gold.
That really could possibly go and close it back above 1950.
Yeah, easily. Oh yeah, no, we're at 1950. How the fuck did I not see that? No wonder we're chopping so much. Yeah, 1950 is a huge level, huge psychological level. How have I just noticed that? 1950 right there. Yeah. Did we close below on the daily? 1950? No. So yeah, if you look at 1950 is a massive support on the daily as well, and on the weekly.
Yeah.
No wonder we're chopping so much. 1950 is a huge level.
That closes back above the edges.
Yeah, if this 30 keeps pushing, the hourly closes back above here. This is where my overall preferred bias is for this 4 hour to keep pushing higher back up into these levels. I mean, it's unlikely you're going to come in London, but if this hourly closes back above here and you get the 30 fake out, you may get the bottom wick to start re-breaking higher.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, and until you get that, I could fucking do anything. 5 minutes. At 5 minutes, you wicked out the lows, closed bullish. We'll stick around for another 25 minutes. GU up, maybe. I don't know. I don't trade it. So look, I'll have a look at the pound futures. See what's going on. Nah, pretty ranging as well. Like I say, you got PMI later on. If you continue to range before then you're probably going to be waiting for that news. But on the pound futures, I wouldn't do anything in this range. Wait for a break above this level or a break below here. But it's unfortunately just stuck in that range. Same as gold, to be honest. So if I have a look at the euro, it's probably going to be almost identical to gold. It's even worse. So look at the euro futures. What have I just done? Look at that. This is on a 30-minute time frame. Look at that. It's an absolute mess. Look at that 30 wick. So if you have a look at the, not that I even watch the DXY anymore, if you have a look at the DXY on the 30, yeah, huge, massive dojo. Oh, there you go. See, gold's, if this closes back above here on gold, this is where I'm saying a lot of retail traders are going to be getting trapped in some shorts. So it's the reason I have not jumped in shorts, because the downside potential isn't worth the upside risk. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, the downside potential isn't worth the upside risk. If I could look left and I was like, oh, this downside could be huge, amazing, I'll be short in this, but it doesn't at all. If anything, I think gold's due a pullback, and a pretty steep one as well.
Yeah.
You know, we're at massive 4-hour support. Fuck man, you could retrace a lot of this move. Took a one pip loss on GJ. Made the bottom wick fast at 2, went back up around 4 pips. Cut that pip one, didn't like it. My personal best management I've done. Good man, that's what we like to hear. That's all you can do, man. Get that trade management on point. That's all you can do.
Did anything come of your conversation yesterday?
No, not yet actually. Let me see, let me check my email. Let me see. Have I had any emails? I don't think so. Nah, nothing yet. Nothing yet. Hopefully soon though. Because I do want to start watching it, even just to monitor it. Have I had anything? Nah, nothing, no emails yet.
I don't know, at the moment it just looks like there's lava everywhere.
Yeah, I think that the news today is going to be pretty big, I think. You've just grabbed the previous 5-minute high there on gold. If you break this 5-minute low, then you can see the push. But it's just so choppy. Look how choppy it is. Fuck man, how many London sessions have we sat on and prices just fucking ranged recently? It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
What did that actually hit? If you took the break of that low, you would have got taken out trailed. Yeah, 7 ticks. Pointless. Hit lows of, yeah, 16, yeah, shit. Man, Asia moved nicer than this today. Bloody hell. Asia moved way nicer than this. That move up was clean. 26.
I just can't trade that consistently, so.
Nah, it's not worth it, man. I wouldn't if I was back home. It's not worth it. London and US give enough.
Maybe in the future.
Yeah, I agree, man. It doesn't move that good that it's worth staying up for, that's for sure.
Just want to live in Europe,
Yeah.
Portugal,
Yeah, that'd be sick, man.
Italy, stuff of France.
Yeah.
I mean,
Portugal's a lovely place. It's not really, it's one of them places that, like, I don't think many people think of going to Portugal, but once you go there, you're like, fuck yeah, it's actually it's so nice, and it can be so cheap as well.
never been.
One of the nicest places
I'm
I've been
looking
to.
to go next year.
Yeah, you should, man, you should. Only been to Lisbon. I've never been to Porto, but Lisbon's a really cool city.
Yeah, I want to go. Yeah, it just looks so nice.
It's very chilled, but it's nice.
Is it a poor country?
Ish, I reckon. I could be completely wrong, but so I don't know what the average like salary in Portugal is. I imagine it's quite low. Ah, no, it's, yeah, 33,000 a year, euros. What's the UK average salary? Average.
12. With all the benefits.
Yeah, 33 in the UK. Yeah. I don't even know what Australia's average salary is.
80.
Yeah, it's 70,000 Australian. Look at this 5 on Goldie. Sorry, man.
No, sorry.
That's so good. They're just saying this 5's dead ass. Look at this 5.
Yeah.
It's so shit.
I'll be dropping off soon, I think.
Yeah, me too, man.
Apparently Turkey has gone super expensive.
Oh, really?
Apparently, yeah. Like really expensive.
Yeah, Turkey was a pretty cool place.
I met a friend of mine because he wants to go to Thailand and
Yeah.
he asked me loads of things. And he said he went to Turkey and it's just like, wow. He said it was just twice, 3 times the price of last year.
Yeah. Do you think you can't swing trade on top step, man? No. Because on futures to hold positions overnight is different to FX. You can't swing trade on top step. If you want to swing trade, I'd probably look at like FTMO, but I think the swing trading account leverage is pretty poor from what I know. I never done the swing trading account on FTMO, but no, on futures, yeah, you don't really want to swing trade. Top Step used to have a swing trading account, but now you can't swing on Top Step anymore. The cost to hold futures contracts overnight and required margin is very high.
I think gold will go down a little bit more yet.
Yeah, it may. I think it's just going to chop around. If it re-breaks that 5-minute low, it may dip lower. Look at the volume in that 15. This is literally, it's 4 ticks of volume in that 15. Look at that 5-minute now. And they call it soon because this is just doing absolutely nothing. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
You look at the Euro futures here as well. It's literally just trapped in this very, very tight range. The reason gold is just ranging as well. 15 on gold is opening with an instant bottom wick as well, so be careful of that. I think if gold's gonna have like another push lower, you're gonna at least come and grab this high now. But I ain't gonna wait for that. But yeah, you grab that previous high we were talking about, but then you close with an instant doji candle. So wouldn't be surprised if this grabs the lows and just kind of chops around. But yeah, I think I'll leave it there, guys. I don't see anything shaping up in the next 15 minutes, unfortunately. I think gold's just going to continue to range until that PMI. But yeah, I'll be watching New York again tonight. See if we get a little bit more. So if you guys on Zoom, be active in Discord in the market chat, and we'll see if we get some setups later on. But I'd let gold do its thing for now. set some alerts and wait for some more hourly closures. Even if you get like a strong, look at that on euro, even if you get a strong hourly close here on gold, you're still going to have to get a top wick for this to drive lower. And once you get the hourly close, you're going to get hopefully more volume. Pre-New York and Brisbane, you know, about 9:30 to 10:30. 9:30 on gold, you can start seeing some good moves. 10:30 is the official pre-New York, but 9:30 on gold, you can start getting some good moves, man. So yeah, Zoom guys, I'll chat to you guys in Discord in a couple of hours. Let gold do its thing. We'll see what New York's saying later on. All right, enjoy, guys. I'll switch you soon. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, YouTube fam. Unfortunately, no trades again today. You know, gold did have this push down, but it's the way that it pushed down. It's just like the volume just. It's not worth the risk personally. So I'm just going to leave London for now. I'm going to take a break from the charts and come back for New York later on. But be watching them highs that I spoke about, because it really wouldn't surprise me if you could see gold retrace a lot of this move later on. But that news is going to be the big decider. I personally wouldn't force anything until that. Don't trust the first breakout of 130 candle on gold. I also want to be looking for some long positions later on. So be careful of that. But I appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in. Even though we didn't get a trade, you guys still showed up. We still showed up. And then we'll go live again tomorrow for the Asian session, and then live on London on Friday for the London session again. So trade safe, be smart, guys. Don't force anything in these quiet markets. Wait for that news. And then Thursday, you're going to have unemployment claims, which is going to be very, very important. And this is probably why the markets are raging a little bit. So be patient for that. But I'll see you guys tomorrow anyway. But yeah, trade safe, be smart. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.